Good evening, Red Raider. Okay, Justin, let's take a look at the technique here. So I just did Pat's video, so I got some lines and everything that are set up for him. So taking a look at this first stroke of this session here. So this was the one where we did two changes hard. First change was the quick change, the 3 strokes deep, 7 strokes really fast, and then the second change was big 40s. So taking a look at the different strokes, one thing that I do want to note, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So right here is when we say set, and then when we say hit, there is a little bit of movement forward over there. So that's the difference between these two here, these two lines. So you got one line here, one line over here. So not that bad. Some people change the paddle angle. What we don't want is for people to start pulling through. See how your paddle angle still stays relatively the same on those two lines, but let's say you started kind of pulling and your paddle ended up here, your bottom arm started pulling, that's not good. So the way you've got it is really good right here. So we'll continue looking through. First stroke is really good. You're buried completely right about here. So good positive angle this here. So this line down to the bottom, really good positive angle. So I like that. Another thing I really do like about your stroke, Justin, is that your bottom shoulder over here is pushed really, really far forward and your top shoulder is pulled back. So you got that little extra of a twist that allows you to get more length on your paddle stroke. So really good stuff. Bottom arm is very, very straight. So you're probably one of the straighter guys over here in terms of keeping that bottom arm straight. So I like that as well. Coming through, pulling through. Not too much cavitation on that first stroke. So very good. A little bit towards the back. So just be aware of that. Make sure you're getting the paddle deep as possible on that very first stroke before you start pulling. On the exit, looks pretty good. Bottom arm is slightly bent over here. You're coming up. One thing I do think that you could do a little bit is straightening out this top arm. So what's happening is you're bending it a little bit, and then your body is kind of bending with your top arm. So take a look at the second stroke here. So right there, see this one right here, your top arm now is straight. So if you finish the stroke with that straight top arm all the way at the bottom, that'll help you with additional power. It'll actually help you with getting more power to the stroke. So coming through again, pulling, driving that top arm down, but right there is when you start bending it. So I'd like to see that top arm get straighter. One thing I actually want to point out, and I don't know if I didn't point this out in Pat's video. So taking a look at Kaleo back there, he does a really good job. So if you see this right here, so Kaleo's got this top arm that's really, really straight in the back. So I really like that. So same with Ramon, straight top arm. Kaleo in C2 in the back picture, he's got straight top arm as well. So yeah, I'd like to see a little bit straighter arm here. Pat, you as well, I think that might help too. So straighten out that top arm and then follow through straight arm, and see right now you've got more kind of a straight arm here. So straighten out the top arm. I think that's pretty good. Everything else, what you can do is start sitting up a little bit sooner. So, because right now you got a lot of body motion, which is not bad. It's not bad because you get a lot of power. You get a ton of power here, just. So start sitting up right about here. Sit up, up, which is good. Yeah, yours is pretty good. So again, straighten out that top arm. I think that'll be really good. So we'll go through a few strokes here. Really good technique, Just. I like it. Yeah, straighten out that top. That'll help you get a lot more power. Take a look at this side. Same thing, straighten out that top arm when you're driving down that paddle. Big 40s on these strokes here. Really good stuff, yeah. I think that's pretty much the biggest thing for you, Just. I like to see a straighter top arm. Again, really good reach, good angle here. Top shoulder is pulled back, bottom shoulder is pushed forward, bottom arm is straight. This top arm is bent, which is good for that start, but then once you get here, you want that thing to be straightened out. So get that top arm straight right there. Yeah, finish with that straight arm. Let's see if there's any others I pointed out here. I didn't point anything out. So this is your right side starting off with the quick strokes. So it looks pretty solid to me. You've got really good leg engagement over here. I don't know if you could see your leg moving forward and right about there. Bam! Look at that leg push. Awesome. That is really good stuff. So if anyone's watching this, like, take a look at Justin's leg. That is what your legs should look like. Teeing up on it and then pressing on that. Look at that. Look at those hips. Yeah, that is amazing. So again, this side, let's take a look. Big 40s here. So driving down, really good shoulders, and then drive down there, and then straighten out that top arm. Straighten that top arm, sit up, and then so you're not as crunched into that stroke. But all in all, just looks really, really good. Let's take a look. I think we've got another thing over here. This was the finishing up on just stretching out. So let's take a look at the different thing here. So still got those legs engaged. I really like that. That is what your legs should be looking like. So let's take a look. Yeah, we'll just go. Yeah, looks solid. Good job, man. Yeah, we'll keep playing around with it. That's the one thing, straighten out that top arm, and I think everything else, for the most part, just you're in a good space. Good job, man.